shop is doing to take care of the environment in 1992, and a look at quality workmanship in action. All this and more on CSX Video News, April 1992. Hi, and welcome to Waycross, Georgia. I'm Renee Brust. It's hard to watch a coworker, a friend, putting themselves in danger at work. Sometimes you may not know what to say or do. But now there is a new program that will help you remind your coworkers about safety. And it's all because you care. When you work with someone for 5, 10, 15 years, they become more than coworkers. These people are your friends. And when one person gets hurt, we all get hurt. Recently, training was held for a new program called Because You Care. It's an extension of the buddy system that may help reduce injuries.
Everybody's been here over 10 years, and they kind of get the feeling towards everybody, you know. So it's kind of a touch and go situation, you know, who to talk to and who not to, and which way.
The program was designed to develop positive ways for approaching coworkers about safety.
We've had a situation where people have meant well, but have come on to people in a wrong way. Not knowing what to say, not knowing how to say it.
Well, you don't really know what kind of day the guy's had, or maybe what kind of night at home he's had. And, you know, it's just like maybe a potential time bomb waiting to go off, waiting for somebody to say something to him, and you may be that person, you know. And I believe, like I say, with this program, it'll help you learn to approach him and deal with maybe his problem too.
Through the Because You Care program, employees are playing a greater role in our safety program. In fact, it was Paul Hilliard, a carman from Evansville, Indiana, who was responsible for developing Because You Care.
This program, like I said, is designed and implemented by the employees. It's being put out in the field and taught by the employees, and hope the employees will receive it as an employee program.
Employees say it's easier to talk with trainers who are also craftsmen.
They associate me as being on the same level as they are. I'm not above them, as they might say, with management or anything like that. I'm at the same level they are. And that's the whole point of me, this program, bring everybody to the same level.
I like it, I really do, because we know that we're on the same level as the people that are teaching the classes, and not somebody that's making a lot more money than us and got a bigger, higher position. Kind of more or less puts you in a more comfortable position because you are on their level.
All mechanical operations employees, including supervisors, will take the training.
I just hope it's a big success, and if it'll prevent an injury, we're 100% behind it.
Learning to communicate about safety could mean 0 injuries for you and your coworkers. Remember, it's all because you care.
The primary goal, I think, would be for everyone to come to work at the beginning of a shift and go home at the end of the shift safely. No accidents, with a job well done.
Working on the railroad can be physically demanding.
According what I'm doing, you know, I'm really, you know, pulling heavy wires or digging, you know, trenches for conduit and all that. My lower back, you know, get, you know, achy, you know, hurts pretty good.
But your ProFlex support belt can help prevent some of those aches and pains.
Well, at the end of the day, before I got my back support, I was tired, my back was tired, and when I started wearing my back support, I felt a lot better at the end of the day, and just felt more like I haven't been picking up a lot of weight.
It might prevent an injury in the process.
I feel that there's been a couple injuries on the railroad where men have reached under these steps. I wondered to myself if they were wearing the belt, because I really believe it would give you a signal to reposition yourself in order to do it safe.
I use it to prevent me from hurting my back. I'm almost 60 years old and don't want to take any chances of me going out here with a hurt back when I retire. I wear my belt on the job, or if I'm doing something at home that's heavy, all the time. I mean, I don't try without it.
Remember, keep your focus on safety. Employees in locomotive operations have made great strides this year, but there is still an area that needs some work, and only you can help.
The workmanship is really the key issue in quality locomotive maintenance. And it's workmanship not only from the standpoint of doing the job as a professional craftsman, but it's doing the job
with absolute safety. That's all part of good workmanship.
Quality workmanship can be defined as doing the right job right the first time, safely and cost-effectively. And here's one shop that takes this concept to heart, the Mobile Running Repair Facility, named the best running repair shop of 1991.
We can make the difference because what we do here reflects is an extension of our shop. So what we do here makes the difference on what happens out on the line.
Teamwork is essential for a shop to succeed, but the team can't win if every individual doesn't focus on doing their work right.
Quality workmanship reflects back on me as an individual. The type job I do shows the type of individual you are. If you do a halfway job, you're a halfway individual. So I think quality work is very, very important.
Torquing the power assembly is one problem area in locomotive repairs.
Torquing of the power assembly is one of the most critical jobs we have. It's a major piece, costs $2,000 to reclaim, and we change lots of them. Not properly torquing the power assembly causes premature failure.
Machinist Phil Goodwin makes sure his locomotives are torqued properly. He says for him, it's a matter of pride.
I try to do the right thing right first time. But I'll go back and recheck each job that I do to make sure that everything's torqued, make sure that everything's done like it's supposed to be done.
It seems simplistic, but this unsecured hole is another problem that could cause failure down the line.
As small as that seems, replacing bolts and covers is critical to us. The covers come off over time through vibration. Water can get through the cracks by not being properly sealed. So we're finding that there's all kinds of little things which that plays an important part.
Another common problem we are seeing is a result of not washing the locomotive properly. If you're not careful, you can get water in the electrical compartment.
There are all kinds of panels in there. There are all kinds of electrical openings that the service attendant must pay special attention that we don't get the soap or the water in any of those electrical openings.
Finally, quality workmanship may just mean finish the job all the way. For example, replace seals, don't just tighten them.
Water leaks plays a major part in our quality program. The seals deteriorate over time. If we don't break the seal and replace it, it will continue to leak.
These are just some examples of workmanship problems, but they can be avoided if every individual does their part. Only you know if the job is done right.
Only the individual that has done the job knows whether he's used the proper torque on the bolt, for example, whether he's used the correct practice for making the wire connection. Only the individual knows that. And there's not someone standing there looking over his shoulder, checking to see that that person does the job precisely right. It's that individual's responsibility.
Here in Mobile, they understand quality workmanship.
I can make the difference by doing the job right the first time. Don't have to come back and do it the second time or the third time. That's where the difference comes in.
We fix them right here, we get the proper training here, we get the proper tooling here, and the only thing left is that mindset, I can make the difference, and we do make the difference.
In 1992, taking care of the environment is important for everyone at CSX, and environmental quality teams are leading the way. One big payoff came this January.
CSX Southern Region accomplished 0 violations for all of the facilities encompassed in the Southern Region. It was a first in the history of CSX.
One of the reasons the Southern Region is doing so well is because of the environmental team here in Waycross.
It's a committee made up of different members inside of the shop area, which their function will be to develop new methods of handling prospective problems.
One problem was what to do with products that needed to be recycled.
We've had to change our approach to how do we dispose of everything. We try to go to incineration or recycling as much as possible.
These colorful bins make up a recycling station. Each one collects something different.
We can isolate these streams, recycle them, realize some profit or get some money back from it, but the biggest thing is that we won't have to be disposing of them in a manner that it may be a future liability to CSX.
The recycling station is a hit with employees.
As a matter of fact, employee inquiries is what really accelerated this program, because we have no, in this town here, we have no organized recycling. And we had several employees come to us and ask, if we have anything available.
Here's another new idea. This is the way the old tanks looked. The new ones are painted and labeled with a material safety data sheet nearby.
Very good procedure because it, both the environmental factor and then the safety factor, because at any time when there's a problem, we know exactly what is in here and the employee knows exactly what he's dealing with, which is very good.
The clean paint makes it easier to spot spills. And if there is a spill, that's where the Environmental Emergency Response Team steps in. This truck carries their equipment, absorbent materials, and a vacuum pump for safe cleanup.
And I cover pretty well the whole shop every day. And if I see an oil spill or, anything, any spill or any container or something leaking, anything like that, I report it.
Everybody on the team's considered a watchdog. If we find something that we need to report, the company backs us all the way.
The team operates on their own. If there is an emergency, team members go right to work, with managers supporting them all the way.
Anytime we need anything or need to get off to do anything concerning the, oil spill or anything like that, they are 100% behind us.
100% management support, but it's the individual effort that makes the emergency response team special. They participate because they want to.
So it's a voluntary basis, so here you've got 12 people want to go out and handle this waste, even though we've had our training. And so that means a lot. In other words, we're thinking about our environment. We're concerned about our environment.
The projects go beyond saving and protecting the environment. Some are designed to make it look even better.
This is one of the first of a beautification project. They're going to line the entrance road here with the redbuds and dogwoods, as well as azaleas coming in, where it'll help beautify the facility here.
CSX is taking the lead in environmental awareness, and that changes the way people think about where they work and live.
Biggest impact I've heard is that the people realize now that in the past, when we did the unknown, we've got to correct the unknown now for our future, and certainly our children and our grandchildren.
Every sole person's responsibility to make sure that they do what they can do to help, because it's our lives that we're dealing with, and I consider my role here very, very important, and I'm very proud to be on the Waycross's environmental operations team.
That's it for this edition of CSX Video News. Remember, quality workmanship begins with you. We'll see you next month.
Billy Johnston, 43 years injury-free.
I'm Al Marsh, Stores Department, 36 years injury-free. Yay.
A.R. Bennett, sheet metal worker, Waycross, Georgia, 30 years, injury-free.
Royce Blaylock, electrician, 30 years, injury-free.
Roy Jordan, foreman, 30 years, injury-free.
Jack Booth, sheet metal worker, injury-free, 34 years.